Hello and welcome to woodenwheeldivination.com and karmicdivination.com. My name is Pete and this is a little introductory video on the wooden wheel divination method. Okay, basically how this works is you take these pieces, which I'll describe in a minute, and you throw them. You grab them in your hand, you shake them up, and you throw them hands down. And whatever pieces lay, how they lay, all plays a part into your specific divination. Now, keep in mind that you need to be very present and mindful, and there is advice on how to do this, okay, in the sutra that we have on our website, okay, that the Bodhisattva Kishirigarbha explains what needs to be done in order to have a successful, accurate divination. Because if you're not present, you're not mindful, and you don't do the meditation beforehand and you throw it, okay, it's going to be inaccurate and it's not going to mean anything to you, right? So really getting your energy focused and yourself and your mind present is critical, okay, and getting an accurate divination. And it's creepy, really, on how accurate it is and can be and has been for me when I am very present, okay, in throwing these pieces. Now, there are 19 pieces total here, and they can be in any language. This particular set is in Chinese, so you guys are going to get a little bit of a Chinese language, bonus here with this particular video, with some of the pieces, right, as I explain what they mean. But there are 19 total pieces, okay, and it's critical. You got to have each and every piece, and it's got to be done the exact same way that this is, okay. Now, first, I'll explain these top three pieces. Now, these top three pieces, okay, what you have here is you have mind, body, and mouth, okay, which is essentially are your thoughts, your actions, and your speech, okay. And the shape of these all needs to be the same, okay. It's about 1 inch long and 3/8 inch wide, okay. It's in a rectangular fashion, and it comes to a point on each end. Now, these particular pieces are flat here, on all four sides. It can be rounded as well, as if you're just getting a pencil sharpener and rotate it, okay. These three main pieces, essentially, which reference the three main types of karma, if you will, have a certain, they need to be in a certain way. Again, so you can write body on here in English, German, French. It doesn't really matter if you're going to make these yourself. We also offer a link to where you can purchase these on a different website. But these pieces, if you're going to make them, need to be made in a certain way. Okay, you see that little groove? Okay, then there's a fat groove that runs the length of it. Then there's a small silver line and a long silver line. Okay, and what this means is this short groove is bad karma recently accumulated. This is bad karma accumulated a long time ago. And then the corresponding, short silver line is good karma recently accumulated. Okay, and good karma accumulated from a long time ago or from many past lives. Okay, and all of these three pieces have the same grooves in the same places. Okay, you got the small groove, the fat groove, the small line, and the long line, and that's how it works. Okay. Okay. So again, that's mind, body, mouth. All right, which is thoughts, behaviors, actions, and speech. And here you have 10 pieces, which are your 10 wholesome and unwholesome ways of being. Okay. So, for example, with those, what you have for unwholesome ways of being is killing, stealing, wrong or bad conduct, which is like bad actions, okay, in addition to the actions that, like killing and stealing. You also have lying, slandering, harsh language, okay, which is like cursing, gossiping, lust, hate or hatred, and wrong views, which is essentially a bad perspective or a negative perspective on things. On the good views, okay, you've got the opposite of the bad views, okay? So what we got there is we've got giving, okay, helping others, good conduct, truth, honesty, not cursing, not gossiping, love, peace, and good views or a positive perspective. Now in Chinese, this is done real easy. Let's focus in on this one here. You see this symbol on the top is bu, which is not or no, right? And I've got it set up so that every other piece has that, right? Essentially, that is the bad of the good, right? So you see this doesn't have it, but this side does have it, okay? So this would be the bad and this would be the good, although that's not always the case, because bu also means not. So as I said, not gossiping or not cursing, so that might actually be the good side. You just kind of have to know what's going on. If it's in your language, you know. Alright? And there's 10 pieces and I've got them alternated. There's a, the bu, and then there's a regular bu, regular not, regular, okay? Not regular. So these are the 10 wholesome, and on the flip side is the 10 unwholesome ways. Alright? So, in other words, if this was the wholesome, right, and I actually don't know these characters, but if this was the wholesome side, and this is the unwholesome side, okay, in the gossiping case, which I might be able to find because it's got the same symbol as this in it, is this ko. So almost anything to do with your mouth, speech, eating has that symbol. Yeah, here we go. This is gossiping. This is actually not gossiping. This is bu, and this is gossiping. So this is actually the bad side. This is the good side, right? In this particular case. Alright, and I'm not sure what this means, but I think this is, yeah, there's the ko symbol again at the bottom. So I think this is harsh language, and this is not cursing. Right? So in this case, this would be the positive side, this would be the negative side, right? So it just depends, but they're opposite, right, on each side, but they're the same shape, okay? And down here, you have the numbered pieces, okay? So you've got, in Chinese, the numbers are really easy, right? 1, 2, 3, right? 3 lines, 2 lines, 1 line, and then these are the only pieces that have one blank side. Okay, these have 2 blank sides on each side, right? Is a blank side. Okay, and that comes into play. Those actually get removed from your divination. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. There's 6 pieces with 3 numbers on each side. Okay, and those come into play in a variety of different ways. This can tell you the severity of your karma. Plus, it can also tell you your future regarding your 6 spiritual senses, and there's 18 different outcomes related to that. And they can also tell you a future divination outcome not related to the spiritual senses, and there's 189 results for that, and I will show you in the next video how to calculate that, right, and how that works in the example video. Okay, again, doesn't matter which language, doesn't matter what type of wood, really, but you don't want a heavy wood. Okay, they should be light, because they need to bounce and move and roll around like a wooden wheel would. Okay. Again, dark or light wood doesn't matter. But so ultimately, there's what we store ours in. Okay. And during the throw, we'll put some padding down, right, in addition to this. And so that is the introductory to the wooden wheel divination method. The pieces, what they need to look like, what they need to have on them. There's more detail in the sutra itself. Thank you so much for visiting our site. We hope you find it interesting and helpful, and look forward to you watching the next video.